Everyone, this is Wilfred from Qingdao Direct Steel Structure Company Limited.
This is Simon. Welcome to join our live show.
Last time we introduced our factory and I hope you impressed. Today we will show you one of our project, steel structure buildings.
It will take about 1 hour for our live show. Firstly, I will introduce our company. Secondly, I will introduce the installation information. So you will know how structure is assembled. At the end, we will show you the full area of the construction site. Let's introduce our company first. We are a steel structure company. Our company established in 1997. It's 21 years. Our company located in Qingdao, Shandong Province. It's about 1 hour from the airport by car. Our company have a long history, and we have been in this field for many years, and we have about 150 workers. All of them are professional, and we have 20 technical persons.
Yes, our company is very large too, and we have 2 office buildings, 4 workshops. The total area of factory is about 50,000 square meters.
We can provide one-stop service, design, buildings, fabrication, and installation. Our buildings, such as a workshop, warehouse, supermarket, hangar, industrial shed, coaching house, etc.
Yes, we have our own design and construction team, which can design and produce steel products according to the requirement of all the drawings by the customers.
Our products export to all over the world, more than 40 countries, such as the United States, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Algeria, Panama, Angola, Russia, Brazil, and we get a good reputation from customers. Steel products meet international standards.
Yes. So next, we will take you to get around of our steel projects behind us. You see the project is almost finished.
Yes, you can see this workshop is almost finished, except the ground.
Okay, now we briefly introduce this project. This project will used to be for the robots workshops. This building is a typically portal frame steel structures buildings. We would like to introduce you the process of construction and some details of the buildings. First, the area. For this workshop, the length is about 200 meters long, and width is about 85 meters, and the height is about 20 meters. So the building area is about 90,000 square meters. The installation of the building is started 2 months ago. You can see the installation of the steel structure, wall panel, roof panel, and the bracing are all finished. The next is to install the windows, doors, and the concrete ground. This will be finished about 15 days.
This building is just one of the 3 buildings.
Yes.
For the whole area, right?
Yes, this is one of them.
So uh,
now we introduce the advantages of in the steel structure. We can supply the OEM service for international export. We have export experience about 21 years. We have strictly quality control. Every products are qualified before the shipping the goods.
we have our QC person in factory.
Yes, we have about 6 QC persons
Yes.
for every process. The third, our steel buildings have a long service, more than 50 years. We have professional engineers to guarantee the safety and reduce the cost.
Okay. This building is a typical portal frame building. Now I will introduce you some information about the portal frame building. The portal frame are generally low-rise structures. A portal frame will typically consist of 2 rafter or beams, columns, footing brackets, connected by the moment raising connections. Portal frames are very common. They are mainly the main advantage to using portal frame uh, is they can build a large large span building. You can say this building the span is around
Yes, 85 meters, only 2 middle columns.
yes. So the advantage of the portal frame building is first it's quick and easy to build. The construction speed is very fast, so you will save the cost of labor. And installation is convenient. The portal frame can be completed within the time, which greatly save the customers' investment and the construction cycle. Uh, okay. Let's.
Okay, now we introduce the installation field. Before the installation, we should inspect every part for the structure, such as the concrete foundation, the columns, members, and the installation drawings, equipment, retest of foundation, and the maintenance of the construction machines, hoisting machines, tools, and other accessories. For the foundations, our engineer will design the column distance and the size according to the local environment, such as the max wind speed and snow load. We will supply the drawing of anchor bolts. The concrete foundation will be made according to the anchor bolts layout. Fix the anchor bolts and input the concrete. And the concrete ground if it is a separate foundation. All the steel columns stand on the concrete basis. Foundation works very important. After engineering geological exploration, our engineer design the foundation according to the bearing capacity of the ground and embedded the depth of the foundation. We can provide the foundation design and installation instruction. The foundation of the concrete is very simple, very little concrete used for these buildings. Second, the construction bolts. All our buildings are bolt connected without welding at site. to ensure the quality of the installation. The connection between the foundation and the steel structure are anchor bolts. High-strength bolts is used as mainly steel frame, such as connection between the columns and beams, and also the main bracing. Ordinary bolt is used for connect between the bracing structure, the purlin, etc.
Okay. Let me talk about something about the column installation. The steel column are installed in place by crane, tightened in the bottom with the anchor bolt. First, install 2 or 3 base columns and use temporary bracing to make columns steady. After all steel members are installed and checked, pour the non-shrinkable concrete between the foundation base and the steel column bottom plate so that the foundation can better support the column beyond. The project uses welded each section steel with a variable cross section. Variable cross section each shaped steel is easier to meet the structural stress and can save a lot of steel. Considering safety of structure, optimal design can save steel material. For the beam installation, the beam is hoisted in place, then uh, cracked, and the division should be corrected at any time. We can stay different. We can stay different bracing and connected to the beams.
Yes, that is beam installation. Next, we will introduce the each section columns and beams. Each beam and column. The grid is Q355 in general. Column spaces we design in a form about 6 meter to 9 meter.
This one is 9 meter.
9 meter, yes. Our column is calibrated and fixed. The brace and the turbine between the columns should be installed and fixed. Next, for the roof purlin and wall purlin. Purlin is cold bending and lightweight. Roof purlin spacing is about 1.5 meter. Before the installation of the purlin, reference line should be drawn according to the position mark. The opening direction of the C-type purlin should be corrected without this order. The connection plate is pre-installed on the purlin according to the actual situation. Purlin between columns of beam are connected by common bolts. Knee rafter is made from angle steel to ensure the stability between the beam and purlin, column and purlin. For the stability, the supporting plate can be added at the purlin connection. The crossed steel rounded bars are used to resist the wind load. Through the bracing, wind load are transmitted to steel columns, then finally to the brace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. The roof and the wall system. Here we use the sandwich panel for the roof and the wall. The sandwich panel install roof panel based on drawing instruction. Each side of roof panel and the ridge peak panel must be connected to the right position. All damaged paint finished are to be touched to prevent rusting. For buildings having roof extensions, canopies, etc., wall panels must be installed before roof sheet panels to allow for walking clearance.
Yes. Besides the sandwich panel for the roof and the wall, it can be also corrugated steel plate, steel sheet for wall and roof. It can be save cost and more beautiful in some time for our projects. Two steel sheets and in the middle is glass wool for insulation. Yeah. The side wall and the end wall sheeting installed first, and then roof sheeting. Before assembling of the roof and the wall system, the building has to be plumb, square, and tight. Flashing doors, windows, skylight, panels, ventilators, etc. Okay. Yes, after this installation, the building will be finished, installed.
Yes.
Yeah.
When the construction, we have to consider the local environment.
Yes.
Before design the steel building, we need to consider the max wind load, snow load, and the seismic area, as well as special geological condition. Also, we have to consider the human element, the size of the building, the length, the width, the height. All our buildings are designed based on your special request. We can make the largest span 36 without middle. Considering the size limitation of the shipping containers, we have to ship by the container. So we have to consider the size. The more economic span is from 18 to 23 meters.
Yes. In this way, it's suitable for the loading shipping container because the length of the shipping container is about 12 meters. Yes. So the beam and the column can be so long.
Yes, yes. Also, some buildings have a crane. This building have a crane.
Yes.
Conform the weight of the crane, lift height, and how many cranes using in the building. Generally, crane is 5 tons, 10 tons, 20, and 25 tons, etc. It's important for design. We should consider the max load of the crane. Also, some buildings have mezzanine. The mezzanine is used for the some building have a second floor.
Well, yes, for office, for the warehouse.
Warehouse. So we should consider the use of the purpose of the mezzanine. So we know the load, and also we have to consider the floor height, the location, detailed location of the mezzanine, and the size of the mezzanine. So we have considered all the factors, and also we need to know the average weight.
Yes. Before we also should consider the doors and windows. We have rolling doors, rolling side doors, recommended to be more than 4 meters. It can be also sandwich panel door. Ventilation system. We have powerless exhaust fan and exhaust fan with power. Overhanging stairs, etc. The materials selection and anti-corrosion treatment of steel members are also very important. Usually, we use the paint for the steel frames. If the customer need a chemical building or near to the seaside, there should be a hot galvanized. But the galvanization steel frames is expensive than the painted steel frame. About 20% more expensive than painting. And the processing cycle is longer too. Of course, the anti-corrosion effect of galvanization is much better than that of painting. Spray painting can be divided into ordinary alkyd paint, then creates epoxy paint, etc. Painting thickness is 60 μm, twice primary and twice finished.
The common thickness is 60.
Yes, if the customer needs more, we can be thicker. Thickness of the galvanization. There are two kinds. For the steel frame, we use hot galvanized. The general main components galvanization are hot dip galvanized. The thickness is about 80 to 100 μm. For the purlins, bracing, corner braces, zinc coated thickness is about 10 μm. As a professional steel structure company, we usually don't provide concrete, mason, same materials. But if the customer needs us to supply or help them to buy, we are happy to help the customer to purchase the materials and the additional services.
Okay. After the fabrication, we have to ship the goods.
Yeah.
So we need to loading. I will talk something about the loading. Most of the steel structure are transported by the 40 feet containers. Limited by the container size, it is suggested that the height of the building should not exceed 11.5 meters. The span of 23 to 25 meters is the most unreasonable. Otherwise, roof panel has to be cut into two pieces and need more panels, as they need connection area at least in 200 millimeter in length.
That is to say the two panels connection at least 200 millimeter.
Okay. During the shipping process, you can build the foundation locally, and when the structures is shipped to the site, you can install the wall building. When you erection the building, you need some installation tools. If you can find the local, it's better. Or we can find it for you here in China. And we can list the necessary tools for the proper erection of building. Installation tools like some
The menu.
Yeah.
List. Yeah.
We can also send our engineers to the site to help the in construction. So now, can we talk something about the full
order process? Yes, some customers want to know how to the order process. For the first, we will ask you some information of the steel building you need, and then we can contact our professional sales manager and tell the details information of your steel buildings. It says the size of buildings, length, width, and height. We will supply the design and quotation based on the requirement. If you can supply the drawing, it's much better. Our engineer will check the drawing and design the building accordingly. If you can't supply the drawing, we can also make drawings according to the confirmation you need your requirement. The quotation. Yeah, next is make the quotation. We will work out the quotation based on the drawings and the detailed requests from the customers. The third is the drawings. During the price negotiation and drawing confirmation, we can make some modification and adjustment until all to the customer satisfaction. If the customers need high standard buildings, the price can be higher with better materials and hot galvanized steel frames. If the customer need a low budget, we can suggest the other materials, such as steel plate for wall and roof without ceiling panel.
Yeah. So then we will sign the contract
Yes.
customers.
Mm-hmm.
If they confirm the order, the contract will including the quality certification, delivery time, refund money agreement, confidentiality agreement. Also, we will provide the structure drawing after we receive the deposit. Our engineer will make construction drawings as soon as we receive the deposit. The detailed drawings are including all the details of roof, the structures, the bolt connection, etc. And all the drawings will be sent to you for the final confirmation. It will make about 7 working days.
Yes.
The steel structure, the steel structure processing, our steel products processing will experience 6 steps, from the cutting to assembly, and then welding and stringing, blasting, and finally surface treating.
Yes.
Including painting or galvanization.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Next, we will show around to see how steel structure every part.
Okay.
Yes. For the steel parts, we usually use the 8-section steel. Sometimes we can use the square tube and a square or C-section, double C-section steel frame. For the big steel structure, you usually use the 8-section. The 8-section is very safe for steel structure. Here, you can see the white color. That is anti-proof paint after installation.
Anti-fire.
Yes, the original is just painting in light gray. Yeah, this is anti-proof. We use the concrete, the anchor bolt to connect the bottom to for the columns, connect to the foundation. You can see this is a brick wall. Usually we have 1.2 to 1.5 meters high a brick wall to protect the wall panel, to a wall panel. You can see our wall panels. That is one layer concrete plate, and in the middle is glass wool insulation, and the exterior wall is also one layer corrugated steel plate. And that's it. It's more beautiful because we can't see the wall purlins.
Yes. When we export the steel panels, commonly it's the sandwich panel.
Yes.
It's more easy to install.
To installation. Yeah.
But, you can see the purlins inside.
Yes.
There is a crane.
Yeah. Crane beams.
Crane beams.
Yes. We will design the crane beams according to the local environment and also the goods you want to lift. They can be 5 tons to 20 tons. Also, the height we will consider how height you want to lift the goods. The roof is also can be sandwich panel or one layer carbon steel plate with insulation. Here, this one is a steel mesh and a glass wool with aluminum foil. And then exterior roof panel is one layer carbon steel plate. It's also insulated. You can see the skylight. on the roof. It will let the roof, let the buildings more bright. The sunlight can come in, can save energy. That is the bracings between the columns. In this building, almost finished installation. Now we are doing the ground, concrete the ground.
So next step, we will install the windows, right?
Yes.
And this door is the roller door, right?
Roller door, yeah. This is a workshop. The door size is larger, about 6 meters by 5 meters.
You can see the two workers is install
The rain shelter, the door shelter. The door shelter is protect the door. There is the rain when there is rain or snow. Besides the bigger rolling door, we have also entrance door for the workers to come in. In this building, we have gutter and a down pipe. That's the down pipe. That is stainless down pipe. Usually we use the PVC type materials.
The cost is high.
Yeah, cost high, but it's more beautiful and have long service time.
Durable.
For the windows, we can use the flashing around the windows. Also the doors. That is the flashing.
Okay, let's show
you outside the buildings.
Okay.
Yeah, we have 4 main buildings in this area.
I think that building can show the function of the wall.
Yes. Now it's just only installed inside the wall.
That building.
That's the material for the wall panel. This is gated steel plate for wall panel.
So 2 layers inside the 1 layer, outside
yes.
the 1 layer.
That's the insulation layer.
Yeah, this is insulation. It's a glass wall.
Glass wall.
Inside the 2 layers.
Yeah.
Between the 2 layers.
Yeah, yes. For insulation. It also used on the roof for roof insulation. This rain shelter, door shelter is finished.
It looks good.
Yeah. At this place, you can see the whole buildings. That building is finished and now it's using.
This building is about 9,000.
Yeah, 9,000.
Right. This one is bigger.
In this building, the workers now installation the wall panels, inside wall panel, and then make the wall insulation layer, glass wall, and then the wall panel. You can see the wall purlins is C-section wall purlins.
This function, the installation of this kind of wall is more difficult than the
Yes.
but it looks beautiful.
Yeah. In this way, it should be divided in three parts to install a wall. For sandwich panel, it's only one. Here is the flashing corners or flashing for windows and doors. That's the insulation materials.
At the end of the workshop, you can. That is multi-floor
For office.
building.
Yeah,
Right.
for office.
That is a concrete building.
Concrete, yeah.
You can see the process of the installation of the wall.
Wall, yeah. The workers installation is the wall panel. When the wall panel put in the location, they use the self-tapered nails to fix on the purlin.
It's very high.
Yeah. Yes, for the stairs, 50. Yeah. Four workers to load the one panel.
Do you know how many workers, normally how many workers to reaction for the building like this?
About 8 persons install the steel frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the for the it can be can be more people.
Yeah.
Such as double 16 persons because the installation process can be faster.
So, even for the frame, the time you see.
Yeah, can be at two sides, from two sides, from beginning to the end, together. In China, the workers are experienced.
Yeah.
The installation very fast.
Last time we come here is only the one building.
Yes. Now the 4 buildings are almost finished. That workers is installation the flashing for the windows.
Commonly, the material for the windows is aluminum.
Yes, aluminum with frame windows or PVC frame windows. In some buildings, they also use skylight panels for on the wall for the more light come in.
Yeah, yeah.
In this area, you can see the anchor bolt is embedded by the concrete. This concrete is just blocked after the installation, the anchor bolt installed.
So we can't see the anchor bolt from the surface.
Yeah.
Inside.
Mm-hmm.
So this level will be the inside the ground.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm. The steel outside is painted for anti-fire. Yeah.
So not all the building need
not
layer,
not only need a fireproof area.
The office building.
That's the wall panel. In this building, the two end base, the roof panel are not finished. They use the PVC tiles. Here is the office area. This staircase.
Be careful.
We go to the upstairs and see the buildings more clearly.
This is third floor.
Here you can see the workshop in the top area. It's more clearly. Here we can see the roof beams. And here is fifth. Now I go to upstairs and see.
Here we can.
Here you can see the roof panel. That is the roof panel insulation, glass wool. Yeah, parapet. That's the insulation layer. It's aluminum foil, yes, and the glass wool, and inside is steel mesh. Yeah, the steel wire. Bracing, yeah, steel bar bracing. Here is the roof ridge. After finished, there we should be make a roof ridge on it. Here you can see clearly the roof perlet. That is it. Yeah, because it's a wide gap.
It should also be
Fireproof painting.
just two columns. You can say that.
Connect, yeah, use the intensive bolts.
Yeah.
Two beams fixed together. also can see the wall panels of the other buildings.
That is another
office building. Yeah, here we can see the gutter. Yes, this is coated steel gutter. The rainwater will flow here and flow down with downstairs.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Today we show around about the 4 buildings of our projects. We can see clearly of the steel frames, wall panel, roof panel, also the roof structure and the roof panels. We hope you can see know well about the steel buildings, and hope you to receive your requirements. If you have any information or questions, welcome to contact us. We will do our best to give you a good service.
Okay. Thank you for being with us. And if you have any question, please contact us.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
See you
Bye-bye.
next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.